Hey, good morning, everybody, from someplace completely different.
Completely.
So, out of all the theme parks in Orlando, Jen and I have been to every single one except for this one.
Yeah.
This one is a park that's owned by Seaworld Parks in Orlando, or in Central Florida. There's Busch Gardens, there's Seaworld, there's Aquatica, and there's where we are now, which is
Discovery Cove.
Discovery Cove. So, we'll talk a little bit about what Discovery Cove is and all that it has to offer. And then later we'll talk about what the price is, because it ain't cheap.
It's a little bit of a shocker.
But there's a basic ticket, there's some upgrades, and Jen bought us some upgrades. So we're gonna get to do a couple of things today. We'll talk about all that stuff. So come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Discovery Cove is a unique, all-inclusive day resort where you and your family can experience exciting animal encounters in a tropical atmosphere. Reservations are required and attendance is limited in order to provide a more intimate resort-like experience unlike any park in the world today. You and your family can get right into the action without waiting in lines at the lagoons and waterways. Relax in the large resort pool and swim along a tropical river. Snorkel with tropical fish and rays in the Grand Reef. Wade beside otters in the freshwater Oasis. Hand feed parrots, toucans, and other exotic birds in the Free Flight Explorers Aviary. You can add a signature 30-minute dolphin interaction to a day resort package. Other amenities include freshly prepared food, unlimited snacks and beverages, free equipment rentals, and a souvenir snorkel. So the first upgrade that we did today, so normally, this is one of the beach areas here. This is out where the dolphins swim. With your day pass, just come by and get any set of loungers that you want to. You can see where everybody's got stuff on their loungers, reserved them. They also have cabanas, and I'll show you one of those later. But the sort of the intermediate between that is a day bed, and that's what Jen and I have today. We got day bed number 1. So it's pretty bare bones, but it does have a cover, 2 comfortable loungers, and a little table in between. Jen's looking all nice and comfy. It's very
There's a nice breeze blowing.
It's very early. Jen is not quite awake yet. Okay, so all the food here is included. You have breakfast and lunch. It's served sort of buffet style, and now I don't know what happened prior to the pandemic, but right now it's all served for you and then sort of put up, and you can change what they give you. But as a general rule, they give you the same thing. So I'm gonna show you what I got. So it's got some scrambled eggs, some hash browns, sausage, little French toast sticks. Then you can get biscuits or little Danishes. I got a cheese Danish, and I don't know what kind that is. And then Jen's is a little bit different than mine, but not much. But she got like sausage and peppers in her eggs. And then she got some granola, and she's working on some coffee.
Yes, coffee. They also had muffins. They had muffins. They weren't up there at that time, but I saw people before us have muffins. So.
All right, so we're gonna scarf this down, and then we're gonna head into the park and start our day. So the first thing that you're gonna find out when you come to Discovery Cove is that to get into the water, you have to do one of 2 things. You have to either wear a wetsuit. I believe they have full wetsuits, but they also have 3/4 wetsuits. Or you have to wear this nifty, beautiful vest. And it's a requirement to get into any of the water. A couple of the natural habitats, so when you go swim with the dolphins or when you go and snorkel the reef, those are cold water. So if you're prone to cold, then you're probably gonna want to wear the wetsuit. I'm choosing just to wear the vest, but Jen is putting on the wetsuit because she gets really cold. So there's a couple of things that we're gonna do today. One is we're gonna swim with the dolphins. We have designated times when you check in. They'll check you in based on what you purchased or what you want to upgrade to at the time. They're gonna give you a card, On this card, it's going to tell you your experiences and then what time. So today, Jen and I are doing two things. Other than having the day bed and just enjoying our day, we are going to do Sea Venture, which is like a sort of a scuba diving. You may have seen it. You put like a helmet over your head and you walk along the bottom. So that's Sea Venture. We're doing that today at 10:45. And then we're also doing the Dolphin swim today at 1:45. So as part of your mission here at Discovery Cove, all of your soft drinks, water, and some snacks are complimentary. Also, if you're over 21, beer and wine is also included, or you can upgrade to the premium drink package and get cocktails and frozen drinks. So this is where you have the dolphin experience. You can see some people over there in the water with the dolphins. So I won't be able to film when we do the dolphin encounter, so I thought I would just film from here. So we are currently right here, and then we're gonna head over and look at the Grand Reef, and then later we'll go back over here to the Serenity Bay and the freshwater Oasis. So this is the Grand Reef. This is where you can get your snorkels and get in the water and snorkel. I think there are some fish and rays and other creatures in here. It's cold, Jen. Is it cold?
It's cold.
It's pretty damn cold.
Do you mind if I work with the marine animals, so I don't know anything from them. But you might
It may look like the trainers are trying to feed the sharks, but what they're actually doing is they're giving them their vitamins. They're calling out each animal. I guess they're tagged and they know which ones are which. And so they're feeding each shark their vitamins in the form of a fish. You can also book a shark encounter where you can swim down there with the sharks. We didn't do that one today, but if we ever make it back here, that's definitely going to be on my list. There's just some massive rays in this area. I mean, huge. I don't know if the camera can actually do it justice. And you can't really see from this angle. I think there's probably too much glare on the water. But there are people down there on the bottom just walking around. That's where we're going to be just a few minutes. So from where we are here at the Aqua Venture area, and then sort of behind me is the sharks area. And if I turn this other direction, this is all just the reef. So over there is on the beach where we were a while ago. So as far as I can tell, there's a line here where you can come to this certain point, and then there's a line over there. There's a plastic divider where you can swim up to the shark area, but you can't swim into the shark area unless you are on that shark encounter. All right, so fresh back from our Aqua Venture. Unfortunately, I didn't have any footage. I didn't know until the time of the event that you can bring your own waterproof camera or bring your phone in a waterproof bag if you're willing to risk that, or you could have rented a camera from them. So I don't have any video, but I'll insert a little bit of video right here so you can sort of see what the experience looks like. Basically, you put on a dive helmet. It blows air into a helmet. So the way they described it is, if you can imagine, if you take a cup and turn it upside down and push it down into the water, you know, it displaces the water and the water stays. So there is some water in the helmet, but it stays below your chin.
Yeah.
If you move your helmet side to side, the water can rise, but as soon as you lift your head again, the water goes down back below your chin. You watch a safety video, and then each person in turn climbs down a ladder. They put the helmet on your head as you're going down the ladder, and then you descend into the water. I don't have anxiety when it comes to this kind of thing. Jen was a little nervous. I wasn't really nervous, but I will tell you, as soon as they put the helmet on my head and I went underwater, I had about a 3-second freak out.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. So I have anxiety. I don't like small places. Pretty much the list that you sign off on was like my list.
Yeah, you do have to sign a waiver.
So, yes.
As part of the orientation before you go down, you do watch a little safety video, and then they teach you about 6 or 7 hand signs and what they mean. I don't think you need to stress about that kind of stuff. For our group of what? I think there was 8 of us.
There was 8.
There was at least 4 divers.
Yes.
So for each group, I mean, for every 2 people, there's a diver. You don't need to worry about if you get down there and freak out that nobody's going to see you, because there's lots of people watching you. I guess let's start from the time you descend down the ladder. They put the helmet on your head. Now, if you can imagine what you can see directly in front of you, it's pretty thick glass. When you're looking directly ahead of you, things look sort of normal. But then as soon as you turn, the glass on the side is sort of curved, and it's everything is a little warped.
They have handrails down there for you to hold on to so that you don't lose your balance.
Right, and I was a little disoriented on several occasions, just because you're used to being able to turn your head and look around, and spatially everything is the same.
Right.
It's spatially down there, nothing is the same. Exactly in front of you is normal. Everything else is warped. After my initial 3-second freak out and thinking, oh God, I'm claustrophobic, I don't like this, you realize very quickly, and they tell you that they're pumping 3 times the amount of oxygen that you need into the helmets, and there's a steady flow of air on the front side of the helmet, so you can feel the air.
You can hear it.
And you can hear it. And you just have to breathe normally. After a few minutes of doing it, it started to become very natural, and it wasn't a thing anymore. But just know that if you've never done anything like that, the first couple of moments are a little freaky. But once we were down there, once we got going, I did start to relax. I did start to enjoy it. You walk up to a glass pane that separates that portion of the reef to the shark portion of the reef.
Yes.
So you can stand basically at the window and see the sharks on the other side. You continue on around, they feed the fish, which brings a giant school of fish over. And again, you can't reach out and touch them even though you want to, because there's just hundreds of them.
Yeah, and they get really close.
Yeah, so that was really, really cool. And then from there, you kind of walk a little bit further, and then you just ascend back up again. After we were done, I went and snorkeled around the reef, and a lot of the same stuff. You could go up to the glass to the shark tank. You can see all the fish. There's multiple areas, shallow areas, deep areas, and you could snorkel to your heart's content. That's included in your day pass, so there's no point, or you don't have to pay extra for that. Aquaventure?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
At least do it once.
Yeah.
At least.
For sure.
Here's another of the complimentary stations where you can get, looks like ices, Cokes, products, and then again, some snacks, chips. Jen's opting for the icy. Are you enjoying your free snack?
Yes.
One of the things that we didn't mention yet is that, so here at Discovery Cove, you're not allowed to use regular sunscreen. So you have to use reef-friendly sunscreen. Around the lagoon and the Dolphin area, they do have dispensers, so you have to use there. So I mentioned earlier that you can get the loungers for free, or you can upgrade to the daybed like we have, or you can upgrade to a full-on cabana. Now this cabana has a table, some chairs, 2 loungers, ceiling fan. It's got a refrigerator, a locker, and some towels. And so, if you can afford it, this is definitely the way to go, because you got your own space, and you see they can walk straight into the reef from here.
Okay, it's time to get some lunch. So we're back at Laguna Grill. This time, I'm hoping that lunch is going to be better than breakfast,
We'll see.
because breakfast just wasn't that great. Here's hoping.
Okay, so we got sort of a mishmash for lunch. Jennifer got chicken tenders. She got a little bit of a ham and cheese wrap, Caesar salad, mac and cheese, potato salad, and some chocolate.
Oh, I know. I didn't do that.
So I got Caesar salad, I got a little bit of pasta salad, and then they had 2 different sort of dishes. They came with side dishes, but I asked just for the proteins. So this is jerk chicken with mango salsa, and then churrasco steak with chimichurri.
Sorry.
And then I got cheesecake and a little bit of pudding. Pasta salad. Decent flavor, cold. Then we gotta try the jerk chicken with the mango. It's okay. It is a little spicier than I thought it would be. I mean, to me it's not spicy, but for the general public, I'm surprised I made it as spicy as they did. So good for them, because I figured it'd just be bland. All right, so let's try the steak. Steak is good. I like chimichurri, so it's got chimichurri on the top, so that's good. But it's cooked well. It's nice and tender, and it's got smoky flavor. So all the things that I want out of it. It's really good. How's yours?
Basic.
Basic. All right. As we mentioned earlier, all your food and drinks are included. So don't come to this part. You're going to pay a premium to be here, but you're paying a premium for the place and the experiences, not so much for the food. It'll fill you up so that you have enough energy to get through your day, but you're not going to ever want to come back here just to eat. Okay, so slightly disappointed, but it's going to work in our favor. We went for our dolphin encounter, and the trainers let us know after we sat there for about an hour that sometimes there's 3 or 4 different social groups of dolphins that they use, and sometimes they decide they don't want to interact.
They just want to have social hours.
Right, and so the thing with SeaWorld is they don't force their animals to do things they don't want to do, so they ask them twice, and if they say no, then they just let them do what they want to do. So for us, that just means that our encounter was canceled. So they told us that we could come back this afternoon and try for another time, or the other option was that they would give us a completely another full day here, including a dolphin encounter that day. We have up to 2 years to come back, have another full day here at Discovery Cove along with the dolphin encounter. So that's the option we chose. At this point, I mean, it's more than halfway through the day.
Yeah.
So really, in all honesty, it's a better deal for us to come back and have another full day here at, because like we've mentioned, and we'll talk about that at the very end, how much this experience costs. And based on that, to get another whole day, that's a pretty good value. So what we're going to do with the rest of our day is we're going to enjoy our private day bed. But right now what we're going to do is, I've been wanting to get in that lazy river for a while
and see all the other animals.
So I'm gonna flip the camera over, make it waterproof, and then we're gonna go jump in the lazy river.
Let's go.
Let's go. The park is not very big. They do limit the amount of people. I looked online to see if I could see what the actual limit was. Online says 1,300. By just looking around, that seems a little low. I think there's more than 1,300 people here. I could be wrong. I could just be completely misjudging it. With a park this size and it's exclusive, they want to have some exclusivity. You don't want to have it so full that nobody can enjoy it. So, makes sense. So the premium drink package is a $40 upgrade. Now, I know that there are certain times of the year, like as a SeaWorld pass holder or Florida resident, you can get an upgrade and get the free premium drink package for free. But here you can see, you know, mixed drinks, signature cocktails, frozen drinks, and then draft beer, Truly, so on and so forth. So any of these beers are included in the package. You can have up to 6. And then there's Chardonnay, Cabernet also included. Okay, so this is the entrance to the aviary. I guess one way or the other, if you're going in, you're going in. Because we get to see some birds, but not a ton. They're all up in the canopy right now. So I know that you can't hear us because there's a waterfall back here, but we're along the lazy river and we found a little spot that's nice and relaxing.
I found it.
It's capsized. What are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think she's completely sober too. Look, it's a monkey.
All of these guys are 11 and 12. This last
So this has been an amazing day here at Discovery Cove, and Jen and I are looking forward to coming back next time. All right, Jen, we're leaving Discovery Cove. You sad?
we're gonna be back.
All right, everybody. What a fun day we had at Discovery Cove in the parking lot outside the front door. We're going to be back.
We'll see.
Maybe next year. But I'm glad that you guys were able to come along with us today. Enjoyed our time here. This is our first experience, and what a great one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've really thought about every single thing that you may need or want, or, you know, they anticipate your needs, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. The only thing I could ding them on is maybe work on the food a little bit. This is one of the last firsts, I think, that we're going to have here in Orlando. But maybe not. I mean, we got some new stuff happening. Epic Universe coming. Thank you for coming along with us today. If never lost, then never found.
So go get lost.